Let's discuss the time complexity of the find common elements function as shown on the screen. This function find common elements takes two input parameters, and both of these parameters are arrays. We have named as array 1 and array 2, and then we are declaring an empty array named common elements. Then we are iterating through the basically we are iterating in a nested loop through both the arrays. uh, First we are iterating through every element in array 1, and for every element in array 1 we are iterating through array 2. Basically, like we will first check the first element in array 1, and then taking that first element we will be iterating through the whole length of array 2. And if there is any element which is in array 1 which is equal to array 2, then we are pushing that element in the common elements array. So we can assume, or we can understand it like, for every element in array 1 we are iterating through the whole of array 2. So we'll just assume the length of array 1 to be n, and length of array 2, let's assume to be m. So this function is basically for every element in array 1 it's iterating m times in the worst case. So the time complexity will be O of n into m, where n is the length of array 1 and m is the length of array 2. Maybe we can discuss the space complexity as well. So if we can see, we are creating an extra array which will store the common elements. So what we are doing is this new array will contain the common elements of array 1 and array 2. So in the worst case we can in the worst case, basically the worst case will be that whichever array is smaller, either array 1 or array 2, if all the elements of that smaller array are common in the larger array. Suppose we assume array 1 is smaller than array 2, and if all the elements in array 1 are in array 2, then the common elements array will take as much space equal to as array 1. So we can assume, or we can say, the space complexity of this solution is O of k, where k uh, denotes the minimum of n and m, basically whichever is smaller. Okay, this takes autocorrect, I wanted to say minimum. Yeah. So this is the time and space complexity of this function.